and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this, this is Wednesday, and I'm Shelley Whitehead, your guest host here on the Owatonna Today Show. I want to thank you for joining us today. You can find the Owatonna Today Show on Channel 8 of the Charter TV. We can be seen 6 days a week, so it's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of information, so make sure you check us out each day. You can also find us on Blip TV. You can find us on YouTube if you're tech savvy. It's a lot of fun to find us there. Also on Facebook. If you like us on Facebook, wow, we have a treat for you. Because working with the Minnesota Renaissance Festival, if you like us this week on Facebook, you will be entered to win a pair of tickets to the Renaissance Festival. So it's a great opportunity for you to like us, find out what's going on here on the Owatonna Today Show, and go see the Renaissance Festival and possibly, maybe catch me while I'm working on the streets. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to have you join us. You know, if you'd like to talk to us about what you see here on the Owatonna Today Show, we would love your feedback. And you can do that a couple of ways. You can email us at the owatonnatoday@charter.net, or feel free to give Leanne Alt a call at 507-390-5751, and she'll gladly listen to you and take your suggestions to heart. We want to make it a show that you enjoy to watch and have fun as well. We have a great show for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about volunteering and helping others. I love that we have this theme today. We're going to be talking with Collette, Bill Donovan, Alden, Kruschke from the Homestead Hospice. We're going to do a fundraiser, talk about their fundraiser for that. Also, we have the Exchange Club Senior Volunteers of the Year here today. That's Georgia Vincent and Darryl Hill. That's all coming up next. Right now, though, we want to have a word from our sponsors and thank those, and make sure you do support those who support us here at the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hi, I'm Laura Ressler from the Steele County Historical Society, where we honor the past and look forward to the future. We're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. We have with us some people to talk about the hospice house here in Owatonna. We have Bill Donovan, Alden Kruschke, and Collette. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you today?
Very good. Fine.
Well, I want to talk about, we have an ice cream event coming up, just a get-together, a rally of some sort. And I actually said something wrong. I'd love for you to tell me exactly what is happening with this event.
Yes, on September 9th, from 3 to 6, we're going to have an ice cream open house at Homestead Hospice House. And really, it's a celebration. We just had our 8th year anniversary of being open. And Homestead Hospice House is really owned by Owatonna and surrounding community. They fundraised and built the house, so we thought it would be a nice opportunity to open the house up to the community and come out and share some ice cream.
Now, Alden, tell us a little bit. You are a part of this hospice. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you know and work with the hospice house.
I am a volunteer at the hospice house, and currently I'm the chairman of the Community Relations Board. And the hospice house is actually owned by the locals, and it's operated by Alina.
So tell me a little bit, Alden, why do you feel that it's so important to have this hospice house here in Owatonna? As you volunteer there, what are some of the things that you see are the needs that we have?
Well, the dying process can be very traumatic on families, and hospice is an excellent way for families to have outside help at this very difficult time. And the home is a place where families can actually have a loved one, and it's a home setting. It's not a hospital or a nursing home.
Roy, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with Hospice House.
I'm on the board of directors of Homestead Hospice House. Also do volunteer work around the building. Have been in fundraising when we built the house 8 years ago. So I've been involved quite a bit with it. Of all the things I do, this is one of the things that I enjoy the most.
You enjoy working at volunteering?
I do. I really do. It's a lot of gratification comes from it. So many times I've had people come up to me and say, "You don't know what you did. You don't know." I mean, it's just wonderful. So this spring I had the opportunity to be on the other side of the table. My own mother-in-law passed away out there, and I saw it from a different view than I had ever seen it before. And the service is just outstanding.
Good. Well, Bill, I misspoke earlier. I call this a fundraiser, but that's not what this event is about. You talked about fundraising originally for the home, but that's not what this event is about. So tell us a little bit why you're doing this event at all.
Well, in the beginning you mentioned fundraiser, but actually it is not a fundraiser. The event is free. And again, the main reason that we decided to do that was to try to entice people to come out and see Homestead House. This time of year it's absolutely beautiful. Roy mentioned his volunteer services. He's the lead person when it comes to the grounds, and it's just absolutely beautiful with the flowers and the way the whole area has been designed. We have about 5.5 acres that we sit on, very peaceful and quiet. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to promote to the community that we're having this event, to have people come out and actually see Homestead.
Alden, if you were to think, what would be one of the things that is a misconception people might have about the hospice house, and something that through this event, this opportunity, people can learn a little bit more and have that fix that misconception?
One of the biggest misconceptions is that if you're in hospice house, you have cancer. Probably 50% would have cancer. If you're in the act of dying, you can be in the hospice house. And hospice is basically, once your condition is considered terminal, you can have hospice services.
And so tell us a little bit, Bill, why would somebody, what are some of the benefits they also get from coming, the family members they get from having one of their loved ones work with the Owatonna Hospice House?
Well, part of the hospice program, and I should point out, we also provide hospice services in the community, meaning we provide hospice care in individuals' homes, nursing homes, and assisted livings. We also provide home care services. But one of the great benefits of hospice is that we just don't treat and service the patient, we also service and treat the family. So we have a team of professionals that provide the care, starting with a medical director, doctor. We have a team of RNs, LPNs, home health aides, social worker, and a bereavement counselor, as well as a chaplain. All of those individuals will touch both the patient and family and provide end-of-life care.
Roy, what are you hoping will happen as people come to the hospice house and they have this opportunity to meet and greet everyone at this, because I'm assuming that a lot of the volunteers will be there so they can meet those as well. What are you hoping will come of this event?
So many times daily I run into people who don't even know that we have a hospice house. And until they need it, they really aren't interested. This gives people a chance to look at it, to look at the grounds, to tour the building, and to talk to volunteers or family members who have gone through the process. And it gives them a chance to learn more about it.
So what would be one thing you'd want them to learn? One thing they want, Owatonna, since we have this captive audience here today, what is one thing you would want them to know about the hospice house?
That there is a house at a time when things are tough. The old saying is, we do a good job at a very, very tough time.
Because this can feel lonely, this whole
Very
process,
much so.
when you have someone at the end of
Very
life.
much so.
But you don't have to be alone.
No.
Bill, I'd like to talk about, I think maybe we have informed people, educated them a little bit about there being a hospice home here in Owatonna. What if someone decides they would like to volunteer? What would the process of that be?
Well, we have a volunteer coordinator, so a staff member, and it's just a matter of them calling Homestead and indicating they would like to volunteer. We do have a fairly formal training program that they would go through, the volunteer would go through. And once that is accomplished, then they're able to volunteer. We have all types of volunteers. We have what we call patient volunteers, where they would be with the patient. We also have grounds volunteers. We have bakers who do baked goods in the house. We have individuals who volunteer and go out and do the shopping, the food shopping, as well as food delivery. We get 2 meals a day from the hospital. So we have a lot of different ways individuals can volunteer.
It also sounds a lot of different age ranges as well that can be involved in this. It could be even young people who have a car can go and help do some grocery shopping. You don't have to necessarily, if you have a heart for working with someone.
Absolutely, all are welcome.
So, and I'm guessing.
And by the way, we have about 65 volunteers currently.
Good,
in the program. And we could always use more.
Exactly, and at the open house, I'm sure you'll have more information for those who may be interested. If they can't make the open house, how can they get in contact with them?
Well, their telephone number will come up on at the end, and they can make contact, ask for the volunteer coordinator, and she'll return the call to them.
Well, I'm glad you're having this open house. I think it's an opportunity for people to see what you do and maybe even thank you. I'm sure there's many family members who've gone through the hospice house and they have an opportunity to thank you. But let's say they can't come to the event that we have. Are there opportunities that people can come and maybe tour the house at another time if they are interested in finding out more?
Absolutely. They could call and make an appointment, or they can just stop in. There's always someone there that would give them a tour of the house.
Good. Okay. Let's talk again the details of the event.
It is on Sunday, September 9th, from 3 to 6 at Homestead House, which is on 26th Street, which is 1 block west of the Alina Hospital. And you can't miss us. We have a 70-foot windmill. That's kind of our logo of Homestead, and so it's very easy to see. There will be parking at the Daybreak Church, which is relatively close, and we will have a free shuttle shuttling people back and forth.
Good. And Alden, who would you like to see come to your event this year?
It's Grandparents' Day, and we'd like to see grandparents and their grandchildren come out.
Good. And ice cream. And you were telling me a little bit earlier that free ice cream always tastes better?
Yes, it does.
So it's a great opportunity. I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for your service and your work and your volunteering, and thank you for the work you do there as well. That is coming up this September 9th. Make sure you join them at the Hospice House. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
The River Springs Water Park is now open. Come with family and friends to enjoy the many features the water park has to offer. We are located at 3065 St. Paul Road in Owatonna. Open swim hours are June 8th through August 12th, noon to 8 p.m. August 13th through the 26th, the hours are noon to 7. For more information on daily specials, programs, birthday or large group packages, visit our website, call the River Springs Water Park at 507-774-7370, or become a fan of River Springs Water Park on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gina Wendricks, audiologist for Mayo Clinic Health System in Owatonna. I provide comprehensive audiology care for your entire family. This includes full diagnostic, speech and hearing evaluation services, and treating people of all ages with hearing loss, tinnitus, dizziness, and balance disorders. We offer a full line of hearing aids that I can custom fit and repair. To schedule an appointment with me, please call 451-1120. I look forward to meeting with you.
Do you know how to safely dispose of your expired or unused prescription and non-prescription medications? Not by flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the garbage. Doing so pollutes our rivers, streams, and drinking water supply. Take it to the box instead for safe, secure disposal. It's easy. Bring your unused medications in their original containers to the drop-off locations listed on the screen, and drop them in the Take It to the Box drop box. Proper disposal of unwanted medications keeps them out of the hands of children and out of our environment. This is a message from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
And we're back here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. I have here with me two extraordinary people who have given to the community, and they have been acknowledged and rewarded for that in a way. I have Darryl Hill and Georgia Vincent. They are the Exchange Club's Owatonna Exchange Club Senior Volunteers of the Year. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you guys today?
Excited.
I'm
very good.
I'm really glad that you got to make it today and that you're here, because we just heard from the Hospice House and how important those volunteers can be. And you two have been recognized for your exceptional service to the area here in Owatonna for your volunteer work through the Exchange Club. The Exchange Club is the one who's sponsoring this event. So if it's okay, I know this is hard, but what I would love for you two to do is tell me a little bit about yourself and some of the projects that you have volunteered for. So Georgia, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, if you've been from, if you're from here, and how long you've lived here in Owatonna, and some of the work that you do.
I'm Georgia Vincent, and I was born and raised in Steele County, and I left for about 30 years, but I came back.
And that happens.
I love Steele County. Everybody here is wonderful. And the Exchange Club has been great for us.
They have done an amazing work. And so it's nice that they can do that. So you have obviously volunteered a lot, I'm guessing, throughout the community.
I have. After I left OTC, when I retired, Bonnie Thompson from People to People nabbed me.
Sounds like a good nab.
And she sent me out to schools and driving people to their doctor appointments. And she says, if we could clone you, it'd be wonderful. Well, that's where I got my start.
So are you addicted to volunteering now, Georgia?
I am.
Yeah,
I am. It's part of my life. It's most of my life.
That's fantastic. Right, so what are some of the things you do now as you volunteer?
Well, I'd have to have so many minutes to tell it all, but I think the most important right now is my little sister from Big Brothers and Sisters.
I was a part of that many, many years ago. Tell us a little bit about the program and what it does for you and for your sister.
Well, I take her places. The other night we went out to her birthday dinner, and we fished in the pond over at Cabela's, and I would love to take her fishing more, because I'm a fisherman.
Oh, you fisherwoman, look at you go. So basically the Big Sisters program, Big Brothers Big Sisters, what they do is they take an adult who is willing to volunteer their time and match them with a child?
It is.
Okay.
And she is an adopted child. She has wonderful parents.
Oh. Well, it sounds like she has an adopted grandparent as well in you, Georgia.
I think so.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully we can stay together for quite a few more years.
Oh, I hope so too. That sounds a lot of fun. So that right now is one of your more rewarding volunteer organizations that you work with.
Yeah, and Senior Place, and I like to be up at Cedarview and Park Place and help them a little bit too.
Yeah, well, again, that's obviously, if you've been volunteering for this year, it's a well-deserved honor to be the Exchange Club Volunteer of the Year. You have a compatriot here who also has received the same award from the Exchange Club. How are you doing today, Darryl?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. So if you wouldn't mind telling us again a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in the area and some of the things that you do through volunteering.
Okay, I was a teacher to begin with. I went into business for 8 years, and I missed education, so I came back as a principal at the high school. I was there for 28 years, and I really enjoy Steele County, and it's just a great place to be. And I found that in my spare time, and since I've retired, I like to do things, and I've done such things as a group of us started the high school museum, which is quite unique. I like birds, so that my interest in conservation and so forth. We started the Christmas bird count, which is going on for 40 years.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Christmas bird count is when you have teams go out in Steele County and you count the number of birds and of each species, and then you send your totals into Audubon Society. And it's a research project for Audubon.
And I'm guessing it's during the
It's the winter,
season.
yeah. It's right around Christmas time.
So what is the reason? Why do they do that kind of thing? What are they looking to do?
What they're doing, they're trying to find out if the population of birds is going up or down, or whether their range is expanding and so forth.
What I love, Darryl, is that you found things that you're passionate about, working with a high school and birds, and you found ways to volunteer through those things.
Yeah, and I think that's the way most people don't realize that they really do a lot of it. You talk about people who are in church. They can help us ushers, or they can teach Sunday school or whatever. There's some people most people do it because it's their interest, and that's where I am. And there's some people who don't do a lot of work with it, but they can contribute. That's really volunteering. They give money to the Red Cross or to the hospice house or whatever it happens to be. So we do it more than we realize.
Well, and I think that's a good thing to remember is that we're all volunteers in ways, and just looking to find those other opportunities. Now, because you guys have been honored with this Exchange Club Volunteer of the Year, I hear you get to take a little trip this week. Where are you going later this week?
Going to State Fair on September 26th.
And
wait a minute, 26th.
The 26th. And so what will you be doing up there? Do you know yet, or is it kind of a surprise?
I think we'll be just seated until we hear the results.
And what are the results she's talking about, Darryl?
Well, what it is, we were representing volunteers in Steele County. Now each county can send one up to the state fair, and then they choose a national one, or a state one.
Okay.
And we have had Larry Ruling was here, took the honors there, and Berlin Staska was second place, and so it's a little more recognition, but you don't volunteer for recognition. You do it because it's something you like doing.
So is this kind of the cherry on top? Because you talked about the fulfillment you get working with your little sister. Or is this kind of embarrassing for you, Georgia, this recognition?
It's kind of embarrassing.
Is it? Yeah.
But I appreciate it an awful lot to think that someone did notice.
Yeah. Well, and I know you don't do it for the notice, but again, it's just a thank you, a way of saying thank you to both of you who sound like you do dedicate a lot of your time and energy. What would you do? Let's say there's someone who maybe is recently retired. You talked a little bit about after retirement, what you did. What are some ways, encouragement that you can give them? We'll start with you, Darryl. What are some encouragement you can give them in finding a way to volunteer?
Well, I think it becomes natural in what their interest is. Okay. You know, if you like it, like for me, I like birds, so that's where a lot of it goes. Or someone give a lot of volunteering if a person has a special person in their family who needs extra help.
Oh, there you go.
Or working for charities and so forth.
Good. What about you, Georgia? If someone came to you and said, I'm interested in volunteering, but I don't know where to start, what advice would you give them?
Well, probably senior place.
Good. And what are some volunteer opportunities there?
There are many, many opportunities. And I have bird counted with them.
Have you?
I've bird counted it, and I teach table tennis down at senior place. So you can see we know each other quite well.
And that's kind of what happens is you volunteer one place and you kind of, again, get addicted a little bit to the helping of people. Well, congratulations. I really want to thank you both for your service to the community. And I know it's something sometimes behind the scenes and you don't get recognized. So just accept it and eat a corn dog when you go to the state fair.
I will.
Or there's some really good chocolate chip cookies, too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for your work. You really appreciate it. And please have fun with this. And then, of course, continue what you're doing. So
thank you.
I want to thank you again. We have Darryl here as well as Georgia Vincent. They are the Exchange Club Senior Volunteers of the Year. And if you ever see them, make sure you just thank them for their work that they've done here in Owatonna. We're going to be right back with a few community announcements right here on Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Molly Tichenell, manager and personal trainer at Snap Fitness, your 24-hour fitness solution. Snap Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
The Owatonna Care Center is excited to announce our new partnership with Dr. Middle and Dr. Wilcox of Long-Term Care Professionals. This partnership ensures that residents can be seen right here at the Owatonna Care Center when needed. With the special on-site care long-term care professionals will be delivering to our facility, our goal is to decrease hospital visits and ensure special one-on-one care for each resident. Long-term care professionals and the Owatonna Care Center are dedicated to improving the clinical management for our residents, ensuring that they receive the highest quality of care.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House in Clarebridge, and we're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. It's been a great opportunity to have you listen a little bit to some of the volunteers that we have in the area. Also, if you're interested in volunteering, just as Darryl said, just find those people, things that you're interested in, and see ways that you can volunteer. At any age can volunteer, so we want to encourage everyone to do that. There's a call for artists at the Owatonna Art Center. They're hosting their annual Arts Pastimes. It's November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Ground Hall. It's a juried art sale, which means some of the artwork is evaluated, and they do have winners of that. But they're looking for people who want to be a part of that. So please contact the Owatonna Art Center, and you can fill out a registration form. Also, you can submit samples of your items to be sold. The number there at the Art Center is 451-0533. The deadline to apply is September 15th. And again, this is the pastimes, and it's designed for holiday sales. So if you're looking to get some of your artwork out there as perhaps a holiday gift for some friends and family, that's the time to do it. Also, the Owatonna Art Center wants to remind you they have the Pomegranate Group. It's September 4th through the 30th. The gallery hours are 1 to 5, Tuesday through Sunday. They are closed on Mondays. Owatonna Art Center, it's a new exhibition with 3 artists that call themselves the Pomegranate Group. And it's a new exhibit, like I said, it's a new exhibition. They like pomegranate. And what they do is they take the seeds together, they wrap them, they make a whole. It's just a great opportunity for you to see these artists with their work, their own unique medium, but yet they make a whole. So it's a great opportunity for you to do that. You can call, again, contact Sylvan Durbin over at the Owatonna Art Center at 451-0533 for more information. Or you can find them, check them out at oacarts.org. That's Owatonna Art Center, oacarts.org. And you can also find all the information that's going on at the Art Center. Again, like us on Facebook here at the Owatonna Today Show, and you can win yourself a pair of tickets to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. The festival runs through the end of September, so you've got plenty of time to get out there and enjoy it. These tickets are a $20 value, and we want to have you join us on Facebook as we talk a little bit about Owatonna and the fun things that are going on in our area. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll be back on Friday here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead.